Hey, today I'm working on this Chevy Malibu, and I bought this car at the auction. And every time I buy a car at the auction, first thing I do when I get it back to the shop, I just go through it. You know, I check the fluids, check the tires, the brakes, make sure there's no leaks, engine oil leaks, transmission oil leaks, or any coolant leaks. But today I'm working on this Chevrolet, and I want to show you, because it seems like nobody's doing it. I try to make videos out of these vehicles, but I don't think nobody is watching them. And I keep seeing over and over this problem. They keep coming back, some of them with bad transmission, some of them with a bad engine, but they're really not bad cars. The problem is that nobody is maintaining these vehicles. So let me show you what I found on this vehicle, and let me show you how to service your transmission. That way you can make it last longer. So here we go. Okay, so I'm under the vehicle right now, and this is the engine right here. This is the engine oil pan, and this is the drain plug right here for the engine. And on this side you have your transmission. This is a 6-speed transmission, and they call it a lifetime transmission. It's a seal transmission. You cannot replace the filter on this transmission. The transmission filter, it's inside the bell housing. So in order to replace the filter, you will have to remove the transmission and remove the bell housing in order to get to the filter. So it's not like back in the days where you were able to access the filter underneath. Over here there's a cover, but this is where the TCM is, the valve body and TCM. So there's no access to the filter. But this is gonna be your drain plug. I already drained the transmission. Transmission has already been drained, and the engine oil has been drained too. But I want you to take a look at this. This is the engine oil right here, and this is the transmission fluid. But I want you to take a look. This 11mm socket, and whenever you go to put it back in, don't over tighten this bolt. All it needs is like 18 foot-pounds, 20 foot-pounds. That's all you need. But let me show you the condition of this fluid. As you can see, it's really dark. This transmission has never been serviced. This car has around 150,000 miles, and look at this. Look at this oil, and the smell is horrible. It doesn't even smell like transmission fluid anymore. But this is what I notice every car that I'm buying from the auction. Every time I bring it here and I do service, this is what I notice. Nobody is servicing these vehicles, and no wonder why all these vehicles are just going are having a lot of issues. This is 2015 Chevrolet Malibu. So now that we drained the transmission fluid, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure how much fluid came out of there, because if you saw underneath the car, there's no oil leaks. There's not a drop of oil from the engine. There's not a drop of oil from the transmission. So whatever we got out of there, that's what we're gonna put in it. So let me measure this. And it's usually gonna be around 4 quarts or 4.5 quarts of transmission fluid. This fluid is really nasty, guys. And as you can see, we got right there exactly 4 quarts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the plug back in. Like I was saying, don't over torque these bolt right here. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. We're gonna install these 11 millimeter. I got this little impact and it's got no torque, so it only gives me like 20 foot-pounds of torque. And that's it. That's all you need. And you notice that it doesn't go all the way in. It doesn't have to go all the way in. Once you feel like it stops, that's it. It doesn't need to go all the way in. So we're good right here. Now let me show you where the fill plug is. So the fill plug is gonna be right there. As you can see, this is the cap. All you gotta do is unscrew it. I got a funnel. Let me back out a little bit. I'm gonna put this funnel in between there. Let me see. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. Right there. About right there. Let me go get a different funnel. Let me go get a long funnel. Be right back. Okay, I ended up getting this long funnel right here, and I pull this back. There's a safety clip right there. All you gotta do is press it back and pull this out. Not all the way out, but just make enough room to put this funnel in there. I already got my 4 quarts ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring. My hands are shaky. I think it's because it's time to go get a beer. I'm here in Texas, and man, this is hot in here. Okay, yeah, we need to pour a little slower. Okay, so I'm trying to pour a little slower. And you want to do this procedure. This car has not been serviced. I guess since it was new. I really doubt anybody drained this transmission before. Because if they had drained it before, that fluid wouldn't have been dark color. But you want to do this procedure maybe right now that this is like the first drain and refill. I'm gonna run it for another 3,000 miles, and I'm gonna drain the engine again, and I'm gonna drain the transmission again, and I'm gonna run it for another 3,000 miles. And by the 3rd time, you should be able to see the transmission fluid turning a little bit reddish. So it might take like 3 or 4 times before you start noticing the transmission fluid turning back to a red color. And that's what you want. You want to get all these right here, this is clutch dust. I mean, not dust, but you know what I mean. This is clutch material right here, and this is gonna get, if you don't drain and refill that stuff right there, that gets trapped on your filter, and ultimately it'll clog up the filter, and that's when you're gonna start feeling a shudder. The transmission will start shuddering, the torque converter will overheat, and your clutches are gonna burn up. And that's what's happening with these transmissions. People go like 180, 200,000 miles on them without ever servicing the transmission, and this is why they burning up. But these are really good transmissions if you keep up with the maintenance. If you keep doing what I'm doing right now, you know, every 3,000 miles you just drain and refill. This is all you got to do. It's very easy. Drain it, 4 quarts came out, 4 quarts go in, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So now that we're done, okay, now that we're done, we're gonna put our plug back in. Don't forget your plug, your cap. And I'm pretty much done with the engine oil change, and I'm done servicing the transmission. So this is what you want to do to your car. Chevy Malibu, Chevy Impala, anything that has to do with GM, anything that has to do with GM, and it has the seal transmission, that's all you can do, drain and refill. But if you do that, I can guarantee you your transmission is gonna last longer. So I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and keep up the good work and keep up with the maintenance. These cars, they're not bad, it's just that they're not well maintained. So I shouldn't be telling you all of this, not secrets, but tips, because if you keep doing this, if you do this, what I'm teaching you today, the car is less likely to break down, so mechanics are gonna have less work. If your cars are not breaking down, mechanics gonna have less work. So that's my advice. Just keep up with the maintenance, and your car should be able to run a lot longer. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe.